Man, those things give so much experience. Trigger? Oh, Staff of Fortitude. So it's formal wear. Masters MP. Slightly heals serve. Oh! Well, speak the devil. We can heal our MP. We were just talking about that. So I guess there is a way. I wonder if that's the only way to do that, though. Also, if we have not went everywhere. I see a little area. Also, I haven't went and walked through walls in a bit. I also feel like it's been a while since we've had a dungeon explore. The last few dungeons haven't been very, like, long, in a sense. Come here, Hornet. AKA Blazing Soul. Guard. No. Attack guard, attack guard, attack guard, attack guard. Ow. Well, I guarded that. Ow. Ouchies. I feel rusty. Okay, so this is the exit with an odd path out here. I might have to actually buy healing things. Thanks. Sure. We'll go hopper offensive. Paid off this time. Oh, the trigger. I completely forgot we didn't have the trigger, even though I'm pretty sure I brought that up like not long ago. I apologize, Praetor. It is my fault we fell behind in retrieving the Saber keys. Man, I don't know. What are the chances I missed something? Probably high, right? These three rooms, like, up, you guys can't see my mouse. Up at the top, like top right, I feel like there's got to be something there. So, I'm gonna head up that way. And plus, we can get some more levels on the way, or at least some experience, because I do feel like we're under-leveled. Someone also let me know, I can't remember if I've said this or not, but let me know if I'm, like, under-leveled for this boss fight that's coming up. I mean, granted, we still have plenty of days. Just continuously, like, this is just weird, right? Definitely should be something here. I tell you what, the easiest thing I could do a save state again and leave the dungeon to see, but that's almost like cheating. Come here, you. Well, thanks. I really need to get more information filled out on this guy. Attack guard, attack, attack, attack. Sure. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. Boy, that was close, wasn't it? look at Saber. She's so, like, enthusiastic and grateful for us, making sure she stays nice and upkept and not dying. Or I went this way. Maybe there isn't a way? Come here, Cotton. Thanks, punishment. Glad we can, you know, get that sweet win. Attack. Alright, starting off strong. This thing's gonna just guard a bunch, isn't it? Oh, am I poisoned? Does that stay in effect? Get out of here, you. At least the good news is if I need to, I can restore her MP. I'll just have to swap Mystic Coat real quick. It's a shame there's no item for it, though. Oh, now we get a bunch of stuff. We went from 1 to 3. Guard attack, guard attack, guard attack. Maybe? You fooled me. That's what you think, though. Really, you haven't fooled me. Nothing, huh? Okay. Maybe there really isn't anything? I guess we'll head back to the beginning of the dungeon. Or we'll head towards the exit. Break attack. There's no way you're just gonna do a break attack combination, right? Like... Wait a minute. Break attack, break... Yeah, I definitely don't think we're over leveled because we're actually getting a fair bit of experience for this stuff now. How about we trade places next time? Do you really want Hakuno to be out on the front lines? Or maybe just like want to spin, Saba. Saba! Blazing Soul. Attack, guard, attack, guard. I don't know. This thing's weird. This thing feels like it's got a million combinations. I know it doesn't. I guess we're about to see if there's any other things that we can do. Return to campus, leaving no one injured day. Yes. That dedication. Seeing through one of that servant's tricks is a great accomplishment. Now, if we can only see the knave period, that is the rub. To tip the scales in our favor, we'll need to do something about that, Praetor. 100%! Yay! I was worried there for a second. Julius Harway. Second strike, nothing. Okay. Nothing new. Save of progress, but of course. $3 Second cipher key is going to be generated. An invisible servant. Dan Blackmore's servant cloaked his form, but with this servant, it's fundamentally different. I also got the sense from my fight with Julius that I'm by far the inferior master. Haven't you been the inferior master like every time though? Except for maybe like Shinji? Even with Saber recovered, just landing an attack yesterday was a chore and a half. I have to find a way to penetrate that invincibility, or this won't be even a fight. The second cipher key has been generated on the second floor. Yikes, the terminal buzzes with the cipher key generation notice. Can I crack that invisibility before time runs out? Being able to see my opponent is a pretty basic requirement, I think. I'll make it my top priority. Maybe Rin can help me develop a strategy? Maybe. We'll go ahead and go to the third. We'll go ahead and go to the rooftop. Where I assume Rin is going to be. Yep. Rin, you're back up to your normal place. Oh, Hakuno, how are things going? I guess my servant is getting enough magic for now, so no problems there. However, my real concern is that Saber's sword failed to even touch Julius' servant. Oh god, what now? Seriously, what's with the miserable look on your face? I guess my fear is immediately apparent, something which annoys Rin even more than usual. Your point being? Did you lose your spine somewhere in the arena or something? Despite her abuse, she listens intently as I describe my enemy's ability to become invisible. At the very least, not being able to see him will make it impossible for my servant to attack him. I can see why you look so dejected. Fighting an enemy you can't see would be impossible. Even Lancer and I would have had a serious tough time fighting an invisible opponent. Nah, I know Lancer's tricks. His spear is unavoidable except for all those times it isn't. There might be a few ways he can be hiding, such as camouflage or by means of a spell. Another thing that, being a legendary soul, they may have a number of unknown abilities. And I can't do anything until I find out exactly what my enemy is doing, and how they're doing it. So for now, we should concentrate on finding out how he manages to conceal his presence. ... Rin suddenly comes out of her contemplative, I can't say contemplative, her study. Her complacent study, I suppose, even though that's not what it is. Don't know why that word's just like unpronounceable for me. And regards me with a serious look. Her look couldn't be caused by the thoughts of Julius. I can see her pity and puzzlement in her eyes. Is she thinking about me? Did something happen? As I start to ask her what just happened, she takes a deep breath and looks straight at me. Actually, I do know something. Something about you, anyway. I wasn't sure if I should share this with you or not, but I figured you have the right to know. There's no easy way to put this, so I won't bother trying. I tried to find a link to your body. There isn't one. There is nothing on the other end of your link to this place. You can't remember anything because there's nothing for you to remember. ... For once, I understood what words meant the instant she spoke them. At first, I thought your connection was just severed, but it turns out I was wrong. Prior to the start of the Holy Grail War, not a single log regarding your activities exists. The reason I can't find a link is because you have no body to link to. You aren't human. I see. No words come to mind. Honestly, I'm not too surprised. I suspected as much already. Right now, I just appreciate the fact that this girl took the time to help me find the truth. It's said that the NPCs here are recreated using records of those who have lived in the past. My theory is that you're one of those NPCs who somehow gained the powers associated with masters. Some think that if you die in reality, your soul remains behind and you become a cyber ghost. That is why I thought you were an NPC at first. You didn't seem the most way masters do. While I nod in sullen understanding, I steel myself to ask the obvious question. Why? Regardless of what I am, I had a feeling this moment of revelation could come. I now know that my memory won't return. Alice's "I finally met you" now makes sense to me. This body, this mind, is not human. I'm just a remnant of real life, a packet of data, a collection of ones and zeros. And the occasional two. Not really. Exactly. Sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings, but there is nowhere for you to return to. Even if you win the Holy Grail and receive a wish, you'll still be stuck in the Seraph. Unfortunately for you, the words "get out" have absolutely no meaning for you. If you're fighting for survival, you can stop now. After all, you're already dead. I know it's harsh, but better to know the truth truth now rather than suffer for it later. I hope you agree. That is why I needed to tell you this now. So, knowing what you know, do you still have the reason to keep going? To win the Holy Grail? I really don't want to die. I will end the Holy Grail. I have no clue. I want to end this war. I think I finally understand my purpose now. I now know that this is the only life I will ever have. I don't want this world to be a place where the only way to continue to live is to kill. If I win the Holy Grail War, we'll end with it. I'm the one who drove Shinji to death. Dan, Alice, and that weird clown that we refuse to say the name of. Ugh, gives me creeps even today. The Holy Grail War system did not allow for our coexistence. Therefore, yes, in that case, if it is the system who takes lives away, I should just change the system itself with the power of the Holy Grail. I see. Though I personally don't agree. The risk is consummate with a reward. After all, whether the system is good or bad, it is a matter of opinion. It is a compelling reason to go on. Look at me when I speak to you. Master, why are you so worried about such a thing? Saber suddenly appears. But even as she chastises me, I can hear the note of concern in her voice. Look at my circumstances. I am from a time so far in the past that only myths and lies remain. Why am I here now? I live because I do. That I exist is all that matters. Yes, I exist. Therefore I am. If that is enough for me, shouldn't it be enough for you? In the end, life is nothing more than memories. Even those who live are defined by their experiences. Not just me, but all things will disappear one day. But does that make any life pointless? The whole of history is written in the stars, and one day we will all be beyond the sky. The star that controls all of this. It uses the living to dream of what can never be. She's really trying to comfort me. At least, I think she is. Isn't she? I have no idea how to respond, so I try to flash her a winning smile and hope that it doesn't come across as a sardonic smirk. ... What was that? Was it my imagination, or did Ren's normally haughty expression slip there for a second? It was nothing, just so you actually looked determined for once. It caught me off guard. Anyway, have you decided what you want to do? Even if a miracle occurred and you won, you might not even receive the promised reward. Knowing all this, you're still willing to take on Julius? You ready to fight to the end? But of course! While I still have a lingering doubts, this is one thing that I say with absolute confidence.
So,
I see. Yeah, I guess that is the way things have to be. I'm glad you chose how you did. If you'd given up after all this, I would have killed you myself. Thanks, Ren. Alright, enough about the past. From now on, we need to focus on the future. I nod in agreement and silently thank Ren for her concern and her support. I'm sure she wanted to say that running is okay, that there is no reason to continue fighting, but giving up would be wrong. Now I must win the Holy Grail War in order to shape the future. Okay, our first order of business should be, this is a weird camera shot, or angle, it should be to make a preemptive strike against your enemy. A preemptive strike? What does she intend to do? First off, we need to do something about your opponent's invisibility, right? To solve the most pressing problem, I'll make 3 traps for you to set in the arena. One will react to talismans, one will react to thermology, and the other will react to your enemy's chi. I'm assuming the third one's the one that's going to work for multiple reasons. Whether they're using a spell, item, or whatever, we have to find a way to counteract it. Got it. And of course, I agree with what you've suggested. Once I know you're in the arena, I'll pass along to you more detailed instructions. Okay, we have a plan now. All I have to do is place traps without Julius noticing. Easier said than done, Ren. Easier said than done. So, let's talk around the school and see if there's anything specific. Issei, you're going to set traps for Professor Kuzuki in the arena? While hacking is prohibited, merely setting passive traps is allowed according to the rules. So I will wish you the best of luck. Glad you didn't care. You know, that's probably a good sign. Hey, Ronnie's here. Multimedia room? This is the multimedia room. Okay. How alone does a man pass through the vast wilderness? I cannot comprehend what you and Ren Tosaka are doing. Okay, good. Cool talk. Cool beans, yo. Nothing this way? I remember when there used to be things here. Second floor! We also leveled up. I gotta make sure I, you know, go in there. We don't have anyone in our classroom anymore either. Everyone from every classmate we've had is dead. Super dead. Speak! We've already heard this. But it's still nice to hear Saber's voice. She has the voice of an idol, don't you know? Leave! Okay. So, nothing here. Probably, presumably. Nope. Go to the library and check. Anything in here? Do you visit your personal room often? Your servant is available for chatting inside. I want a servant too. One that's a cute boy. Alright. If you can't gauge your enemy's attack pattern, I suggest you use a skill. After all, isn't it better to use a skill than risk defeat by using a regular attack? Are you telling me I should just spam my skills? First floor. Taiga! It was for Taiga. You found the antique coin. I knew I could count on you. I'll be sure to return this to the rightful owner. Oh, by the way, your wonderful teacher has another favor to ask. Care to listen? Bring it on. You don't sound all that enthusiastic. Well, whatever. This time around, the arena contains a few delicacies I have yet to try. The first being lobster. I've never had lobster before. Go get one for me, and you will find yourself well rewarded. Don't forget that I need a lobster. Bring one to me during the 5th round, okay? Alright. Cool, Taiga. I'll bring you a thing. Woo. Archery range. Yep. Still here. Oh, your servant seems to have recovered a bit. Hopefully enough to handle the next battle. Even with your servant back at full health, Kuzuki isn't going to be a pushover. Your best bet is to plan ahead and come up with some strategies. Have you given that any thoughts? Oh, I have. First floor! We're not going to go to the arena. I don't see anyone here. No scene? Okay. We're not going to risk running into a scene if we haven't already. Oh, you're here! You can now purchase Dragon Cloak at the school commissary. It'll restore a sizable chunk of your servant's HP, making the arena exploration less hazardous. Buy items. We have plenty of this. Or we have plenty of money, I should say. I don't want to buy 17 though. We'll buy like 7. And there shouldn't be anything else. Nah. Okay. Chapel. Alkaline battery. Yes, I do want to do an alteration. Boy, those. I don't know if anyone can max all the stats in this game without just an absurd amount of grinding. Oh, speaking of which, I did see this really interesting mod for this game where you could essentially play as the other masters for the week that they're around. So, like right now, we could be playing as Kuzuki. Yeah, I can't concentrate. Okay. Thanks, Toko. Toko and Alkaline Battery. Bestest of friends. Nothing here? Okay, sweet. School building. Nurse's office. That is very valuable. There aren't that many. I'm so sorry. Please come again next week. I'm assuming you're talking about the thing. Nah, dirty thoughts still. I now know why Hakuno Hakuno actually just has clairvoyance. Clearly, she knew what was going on in that room. So, alright. We're gonna go ahead and... well, I guess we can go to the first floor and save. I guess it doesn't matter. Alright. Not that button. Do we have anything in our matrix? I don't think we do. Nope, nothing new. System. Save. Alright. So that's going to do it for this week's recording. Next week, we go into the arena, set those 3 traps that Renda gave us, and, you know, maybe make more than progress than one day. This is the first time in a while that we've only had 1 day progress. So, I guess it's because we're finally getting to the point of not being super over level. Again, I just want to say everyone stay safe with the virus. I don't know. Obviously, I'm recording this on Saturday, so I don't know how it's going to be when this video comes out on Friday. Unless I get sick, my stream schedule is going to stay the same. My recording schedule is going to stay the same. And like I said, there might end up being even more streams if something happens and I don't get if I don't have to work for, like, you know, those 2 weeks or whatever they're going to do with that. So, but I appreciate everyone for watching. That's going to do it for this week. And I'm going to catch you guys next time.